Hello everybody, welcome home and welcome back to Schmitty300 Plays More Zelda 2 The Adventures of Link. I found him and I have debunked the naysayers and I love it. I got a big smile on my face. Here he is. Hard to get much clearer than that. So if you do your due diligence and talk to everyone and get all the information you can, there's no reason why you shouldn't be checking all the walls in the palace. And I think I was starting to say in the last episode that each dungeon, each town that you visit that immediately precedes the next palace will have the information about said palace. And while Nabooru is closer to Palace 5 on the water, Nabooru is the first town you'll go to, or is the... And, sorry, also despite the fact that Darunia has the spell you need to go to Palace 4, Nabooru is in fact the town that you visit before you go to Palace 4. I know that seems a bit confusing. So the secrets for Palace 5 are in Darunia. If I do my math right here. I believe there's one more town than palaces in this game. But that's maybe not... we shouldn't get into that right now. But here's your proof. Right there. The palace has a false wall. So you should be checking every dang wall in the palace to see if it's real or not. And if you are only... And then you may have noticed that when I found that false wall, there's like a little lip at the bottom. You couldn't just walk through it. You had to jump into it. And if you're not jumping in, if you're not checking the wall for every single possible way to get through it, that's just on you. That's my take, and that's a hill I'm gonna die on. So yeah, there we go. So now we're pretty much finished up here. I wanted to open the episode with that, but I will get back to progress very shortly, and I'll get back to Nabooru and we'll carry on. So I'll spare you the travel and be right back. Okay, we're back. So we are back at Nabooru, and so we basically just finished level 5. So we have the flute. Oops, did not mean to go in there. We are full on magic and health, so we're gonna head to our next plot point. So we have one crystal left, which means one palace left. Only place we haven't gone is south. So we come to the River Devil, and we play him a little tune on our new flute. Is that the only use of the flute? Nay, it is not. And now we get to traverse this this path in the mountains south of Nabooru, which is a little treacherous. You can defeat those dudes throwing those fireballs at us, but we don't have the necessary spell for that quite yet. But they are a pain in the butt. Do not misconstrue. So there are 3 of these places. You can kind of avoid these if you just kind of do this little back and forth thing. Annoying, yes, but not terrible. So you kind of stop, back and forth, and you can even jump the last one sometimes. Oh, yep. And there'll be one more. The first and last one will have a orange lizard dark knuckle, and the middle passageway will have the basilisk on the ground. Like I said, annoying, yes, but nothing you can't deal with. All right, so now we're in a new part of Hyrule. It's a small graveyard down below, but we're not heading there yet. And so here's a great. So the forests over here are a great place to farm XP if you're ever in need. There's a cave up here. I don't recall what's in it, so we're gonna go find out. The swamps here, I would say, are less friendly for farming XP, grinding out XP. This is probably a point bag. I know it's not a heart container for sure. It might probably just a point bag, which we always like having. So do a little spelunking. No, not Spelunky the game, just spelunking. It's cave exploring. maybe a scorpion too. Called it. Boing. Yes. 500? Yes. Alright. I would try and kill that scorpion just to show you, but they really are a massive pain, and it's not worth it. If we're gonna grind out points, we can just do it in the forest. So, we have a magic container to find, we have a heart container to find, we have a final palace to go through, or to find, doesn't go through. And we have a new town we need to find as well. Ooh. Are you 200? You are. 200 points for a fly. So I'll give you a little, we're doing a kind of a long play, so I'll give you some context here. I don't like doing bridges, but we will. Hopefully I can avoid my curse. Yeesh. After that first episode, I am not comfortable with gaps. Okay, so I'm just going to pause it. So that is obviously a town. However, I will simply tell you about it instead of going to it, because that bridge down there is another one of those things, and it's even harder. And that town itself there is actually abandoned and contains a bunch of eyeball monsters that we can't even see yet. So it's just treacherous, and there's no reason to go there yet. Oh man, is it worth... Story-wise, is it worth going? Alright, fine, I'll do it. I don't like it, though. Ugh, no, we're not doing it. I changed my mind. So, this town is abandoned because it got overrun by monsters. So, that's basically all you need to know. I'm sure there's something in that town that tells you that. I think the mailbox tells you that. So, it's abandoned, which kind of leads you to believe that they went somewhere else, and they did. And now, for story-wise, I kind of want to go do that just to show you. And I'm gonna. Sorry, I mean, I'm kind of taking the long way, leading you around a bit, but now I want to show, or I want to find out for myself too. Because I know where the other town is. It's not. You have to find it. It's actually hidden, and I have to believe that there is someone or something somewhere that tells you it's hidden. But yeah, there's things that hurt you that you can't even see. Kasuto, strange. It is deserted. Okay, so it's deserted. And I'm probably gonna die in here, which bugs me. So you come here. So there is an old dude here. I'm not sure. He gives you the final spell of the game, but if we haven't learned the other one, I'm not sure if he gives it to us or not. The town is dead. Look east in woods. Okay, there we go. So there's your clue. This is something I will grant the naysayers of this game. Along with, if you remember back in Saria, the town with the river, we found that mirror under that table for the lady to give us to introduce us to her uncle and give us the spell or whatever. Is a mechanic that's never used again. To find the new Kasuto involves something a little similar, and it's never explained, which is annoying. And I will grant you that. So that's something that... And I've never said this game is perfect. It's not. By the way, here's our 8th heart container. Yes! This game isn't perfect, but I think it's much better than people give it credit for. The thing that is never discussed, which... Oh, I actually didn't know this was here. This is a surprise to me. Probably just more points. But now that I'm kind of thinking about it a little more critically, when you're on the overworld, so on the NES, there's only 2 buttons. There's A and there's B. When you're on the overworld, B... B plays the flute, and A uses the hammer. You use the hammer to knock down the roadblocks, the boulders and stuff like that. Yeah. I guess what's never explained is you can also do the same with forests. You can use your hammer to demolish a block of forest. That's never really explained, I don't think. And thinking about it now, I wish I did a little research to find out, but I don't think it's ever actually brought up. And you need to know that to find the new Kasuto. So I'm hoping there is something in this game that tells you about that, but I mean, besides, I guess, again, I'm thinking and then speaking. I'm thinking out loud and then speaking and then thinking about it again and wanting to, you know, retcon my words. So the dude in Kasuto did say the town is dead. Look east. Look east in woods. So there's only so many woods that are east of that town. Like we just saw them all. There's a lot, but there's only so much. So if you check every single tile, like you would for, you know, like check them for, you know, overworld events and that kind of stuff, like the one we found with the points bag, and you come up empty, you figure there has to be something else that you can do to explore the woods. And I guess you kind of do process elimination, you start hitting all the buttons, eventually you'll see that your hammer can knock woods down, and then you find this. So, is it perfect? No, it's not. How would I do it differently? Can't say I know. But, so, this is something I will grant the naysayers, is that's pretty... They should make it a little bit more clearer about that. Anyway, so this is the new Kasuto. Hidden town of Kasuto. And a number of people here will say, we had to flee Kasuto. Yeah, you know nothing. Oh, this lady says, we had to flee Kasuto. Yes, you did. We were there. You, my lady. So I mentioned, I think, a couple videos ago, the lady in the final town she keeps the last magic container. This is her. So instead of a wise person, she's holding the last magic container. This is important to know. The secret edge of town. We now know that. But if you come, I can't remember what she says if you come here without all 7. But if you come here without having 7 blocks of magic, she will say something like, "You don't deserve my help," or something along those lines, which is of no help to you whatsoever because you have no idea how you can earn her help. And so the second to last spell is here. Let's life up. Okay. Is here in this town. It only has... You know what? I'm going to quickly look something up. I'll be back in 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. So I knew of the main purpose this second to last spell gives you, but I knew there was another purpose, and I couldn't remember what it was, so I just looked it up. The hole in palace is endless. Trap. Okay, so that's a clue for the final palace, which is good to know. But also something you can discover on your own. I know nothing. Yes, we know. So finding the second to last spell in this town is they don't do the traditional means. Do you know nothing as well? Call for help at Three-Eyed Rock. Also very useful. So we come to the edge of town and there's nothing here. There's no secret walls, no nothing. Well, what do you do? There was no one asking for help, no sick children or kidnapped children or whatever. But we went into this house and it was a bit longer than other ones. And something a little out of the ordinary, and there's a little hole in this chimney. You actually walk in here. Do they do that anywhere else in this game? No. But it's pretty clear what needs to be done there, I think. I don't recall ever having any trouble figuring that out. So that is the second to last spell. It's called Spell. I think something got lost in translation there. Perhaps. So this spell, it has 2 uses. The main one is what I'm about to show you. So remember, there was a secret at the edge of town. And we'll walk over here, and, well, we got this new mystery spell. What if we tried that? And it summons this gigantic building. Built for someone who is way taller than we are. And you get the magic key. Good stuff. When I say very important, you can't finish the game without that. So the spell also can turn enemies on your screen into blobs, from what I have read. We want to refill our magic before we go. There you are. So yeah, I think the only glaring oversight and issue with this game is the lack of knowledge that your hammer can destroy both boulders and forests. So, naysayers, I'm with you on that one. The rest of your gripes about this game, I'm afraid I think we still differ. And that's okay. We are allowed to differ on opinion on many things. In fact, we're allowed to differ on opinion on all things. That's okay. I feel like killing these guys, so we will. All right. So at this point, we are absolutely guaranteed to leave the final palace with a stat of 8 in everything, because there's no way we're not gonna get 1,645 points between now and finishing that palace. I mean, we could sit here and grind it out and go to Palace 6 with 8 magic and 8 attack, but we're not gonna. So here is Three-Eyed Rock. You may have seen it when we passed by it before to get the other heart container. He said call for help. Well, what's the only way you can call at all on the overworld map? Well, you can't. Link doesn't speak except for when he finds mirrors under tables, but you can use the flute. There's Palace 6. Booyah! All right. Time for our most difficult challenge yet. So, we no longer need to go find keys, which is a big help. Very nice indeed. Just gotta find our way. So there's one item in this dungeon. It's not even necessary, if I'm honest with you. I don't think. I've never gone to the final dungeon without it, so I can't say for certain that it's needed there, but I don't think it is. This is not going to be anything important because we don't need keys. But we're just dumb enough to explore anyway. To my knowledge, this kind of room never has a door on the other side of it, or even a passageway on the other side of it, so we're only here for points. Yeah, putts. Talking to myself there. So if you ever do pick up this game for yourself, it's worth noting that you can see, like, there's been a couple times where we've had to jump up to platforms that are taller than we are, and sometimes it's like you just can't quite get close enough like that. It actually is helpful if you hold up while you're mid jump like that. It gets you just like another pixel or two higher, and can get you over the hump. And saves you having to use magic spells. Don't need that. Infinite keys, ka-chunk. Oh yeah, whiz robes. I forgot they were here. Oh yeah, my shield is not strong enough. My bee. Oh, for stupid dark knuckles. Oh, I hate you. You only take 3 hits when I have 8 attack, but 4 when I have 7. Let's life it up. So this is the never-ending pit that dude was talking about. And it's basically just you just keep falling until you decide to stop. There's platforms you can land on and that kind of stuff. We will most certainly get to that. Sorry, cat just came in. We will definitely get to that. But that was the pit he was talking about. And I believe it's time for a mini-boss. Nope, I'm wrong. Unless you want to call Wizrobes mini-bosses, but they're not. So yeah, we don't need to hunt for any keys, which is kind of a nice little freedom, but we do need to find ourselves an item and a boss. Luckily, I remember exactly where the boss is, but I don't remember exactly where the item is. Yeah. So over here, let's see if I can nail it. I'm just gonna save us a little bit of story. There is a false floor here, and I believe it starts on the tile that has half my foot on it right now. So we're gonna jump over it. It just takes you to the floor below, and you just have to fight stuff to get your way out. Just a pain in the ass. Now it's time for a mini-boss. He is guarding the final item. Hooah! Same boss we faced in Palace number 3. And when you have attack 7, he's just not that challenging anymore. He says as he starts getting his... Wow! Butt kicked. Thank you. Jeez. Yep. Just a meaningless key. So this is the cross. This turns all of those invisible things that were hurting us in the original Kasuto visible. So we can now see the things that were hurting us. And we do have to go back there. Oh, hello. I did not expect that to work. We have to go back there and speak to the old man again. And I'm just about to try and avoid this, but we did not. I do believe there is a red potion over there. Let's get it. Might as well. Let's heal up. Oh, it's not. That was dumb. Whoopsie poopsie. Could have sworn that was a red potion. I'm just doing this so I don't get hit. Hooah. Oh, fantastic. Does that mean if I start talking about things I want more, they'll start just appearing out of nowhere? Because that would be super. And Wizrobes are super annoying, aren't they? I've been saying that for dozens of videos now. Dang it. Stupid not strong enough shield. And stupid Schmitty for thinking his shield was strong enough. Now we've been in this conundrum before. Hey, we did it this time. Let's see if we can get back. That's not gonna work. May need to do the old jump effect. Yeah, I'm gonna not put you through this. Only takes half a square of magic, so we're good. Bum, bum, bum. All right, got our item. We're just on a boss hunt now. Bink. And I do remember exactly where he is. Let's see if we can't find him. If we needed the points, I would absolutely cast Reflect and take care of these guys, but we don't need them. Boom, 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 boom. So we need to fall down the hole. Not this one. Oh. This is just points. Don't care. I believe we go this way. Basically follow the danger. I know we don't need the points, but this is now a Oh, he got glitched out. Of course he did. It was a principal thing at that point. Oh, for crying out loud. I'm gonna cast. Excuse me. I'm gonna cast jump because I'm a scaredy cat. Oh man. Don't care. Just want to get through this alive. Pretty sure this is the right way. Yeah, follow the danger. Yep, so we need to turn into a fairy. As you can see, there's just nothing else to do here. So we'll do that. Try and avoid these guys, but that's pretty tough. Fly, fly. Shouldn't be any more fake holes, I don't think. What's down here? There might be more fake holes then. Oh, no there's not, but I do remember now. I remember now. More mini-bosses. And it's the same one. Come on, dude. Huh. Huh. Gotcha. So this, I believe it's either a point bag or a extra life that's to the right there. And you can make this jump, but it's not necessary, but we're going to try anyway. Oh, we did it! I think there is... Oh. If it's points, I'll be disappointed because I kind of want an extra life now. Oh man, this got real good, didn't it? Just give me that. You can glitch out all you want. However, this is actually the way to go. Whee! And you pause it up and bang! This is the way to go. Just ignore him because it's boss time. I know. It's nothing but pits. I think I want to cast a jump here. So here's our boss. If you're careful, this is probably the hardest boss, but if you're careful and you're timing things pretty well, you'll be okay. You just kind of hang out, be patient. Patience is key to fighting this boss. So don't chase him. Don't get greedy. If you get greedy of this guy, you'll pay the price pretty quick. Ha! Thank you. Bang. Easily the coolest boss in this game. Goomba might be harder, in my honest opinion, but definitely the coolest one for sure. That's all of them. That's a lot. Oh my gosh, I lost track of time. Totally lost track of time. So apologize for the longer episode. Hopefully you don't hold it against me. But we are now maxed out. 8 of everything. We have everything we need. We got all of our items. We are geared up and ready for our final... Well, we need one more thing. And I guess we'll include it in the episode because we're already at half an hour. Oh, alright, well, if you're about to die, you can always turn into a fairy. I might just do this just to get out of here on the way back. Oh, man. So we head back to Kasuto. So here are now visible dudes. And we head back to this guy. Yes, you can. Thank you. We got all the magic. Okay, so now we can, after episode 1, I think I went over how many unnecessary spells there are in this game. The only ones that are completely unnecessary are shield, life, and fire. Yes, everything else is necessary. Thunder is absolutely necessary. Thunder just kills everything on the screen, but it does something much more important later on. Okay, we are way over scheduled time, so I will definitely call the episode here. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for joining me for this. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I know I most certainly am. And as always, be kind, be strong, be awesome, and I look forward to seeing you very shortly in the next episode. And take care of yourselves.